What's going on, guys? Welcome to On Four Wheels. I'm Chase.
It's your boy Patty Rick, and today we are driving this highly modified 2019 Chevy Camaro. But have the mods helped or hurt the driving experience?
Let's find out with a drive. So guys, welcome to our first car that we loaned from somebody. Patty, what in the world are we in right now? Ah! No! Mom!
We are in a 2019 Chevy Camaro SS 1LE with a lot of modifications.
Why did I wear a hat? I don't know why. All right, the hat is straight down. Okay. Oh. All right. What is... Some of this information is going to be frivolous, but we're going to do this anyway.
Yeah.
What is the price of this car stock, which it is not?
It is not stock. So the price of a 2019, one of these Camaros stock, you're looking at about $43,995. So let's round it. We'll call it 44.
Right, 44 range. We did ask how much money was put into this car, and the owner said he didn't keep track, and he has just shoveled cash in this thing.
I think it was something along the lines of, I've lost track and I don't want to know.
Yeah, which is, I feel like that's probably pretty normal for somebody that has done this many modifications to a car.
Yeah.
Let's talk the regular things. Let's talk numbers. Horsepower-wise, what did it start with and what are we at now?
So horsepower-wise, it had 455.
Okay, that's stock.
Now, I've not seen a dyno sheet or anything, but it feels like it. The owner claims it's got 741 at the wheels.
That is terrifying, and for you number fans, that is a 286 horsepower difference. I'm so scared to drive this car. All right, what about torque?
From the factory made 455. I have no idea what this thing makes.
Really?
My dyno tells me somewhere between an imperial and a metric shitload.
I do not like this at all. Oh my God. You are an asshole, because on the camera car run, you did not drive like this.
No, we were trying to get pretty camera shots.
Okay, this is a fact that everybody needs to know. What's the MPGs?
Giggles per mile is a lot.
Stock, it got 16 city, 25 highway. It does not now.
No, I don't know what it gets now, but every time I do that,
I was about to say, if you factor in the absolute ludicrousness that it makes you drive, there's no shot you're getting 16 at 23. We got stupid power. How much weight we got in this thing?
You're looking factory about 3685. Now this guy's got a carbon fiber hood. He's got a titanium exhaust system.
He definitely has a carbon fiber hood. Yeah, I can 100% confirm that.
It takes up a lot of your vision, but we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But between the carbon hood and the titanium exhaust, those pieces are much lighter, although he has added a custom wide body kit and a giant rear wing.
Guys might be able to see it out the back.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
No, I don't like this. In case you guys are wondering, the fuel tank is 19 gallons.
What are you so scared of?
That you're letting the car ahead of us go.
Why would I ever do that? That would be weird and dangerous and unruly.
Sounds like the car. I am so glad I peed before the shoot. Okay.
It is fast. It's very, very loud. I feel like the noise is scarier than the speed.
Okay, probably. Let's talk about the interior experience. I think that's all the stats. When you get in my seat, we're gonna go over all the modifications.
Sure.
And later in the video, we will be outside the car, thank God, and we can talk about We'll talk about the outside of the car when we're outside of the car. Patty, what do you feel about the inside?
So the inside of this Camaro is quite nice. It's, you know, given that it's the one LE model, it does have some nice accoutrement. We've got a suede wrap steering wheel. We've got a suede wrap shift knob. The seats are really comfortable. They are aggressive bucket seats. I'm a big fella.
Bro,
I don't really fit.
These things, I can't, like, at least side to side, I'm not moving.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, it's an insane amount of bolstering to keep
my
you
back
steady.
sides feel like they're getting a hug right now. Like, look at that. Like, my body legit is not going anywhere. Like, that's honestly pretty legit. I don't ride in a lot of cars with bucket seats, and these are great.
Yeah, they're comfy. I'm a little fat, but, you know, that's my fault, not the car. It does have a really nice, probably a 6.5, 7-inch screen here. It's a little weird. It's tilted down.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like I want to push it back so it looks up at me.
Yeah, I want to
can
tilt
see
it.
everything fine.
Yeah.
But the screen is also like relatively simple, not a lot of stuff going on. This is a 2019, so we're, you know, a few years back. I mean, everything's really simple and easy to use, so it makes it kind of simple.
Simple buttons. The touchscreen stuff is there. I like that you also have dials to control things.
Oh, yeah. That is pretty
It's kind
neat.
of odd that the dials are in the, like, vent.
It is kind of weird, and it freaked me out that the left knob is a temperature, and then the right side is the fan speed.
Yeah, it's a little odd. So there's not dual zone climate control, which is fine. It's a sports car. You're not going to get a lot of luxury things when it's a performance-oriented vehicle. Now, another thing on the dash is the signatures. The signatures are quite cool.
Oh, he does have signatures on this car, which he asked us to signaturize, so there will be a modification to the car after the video. What do you think about the amount of size in here? Like, it is like a more sport-oriented car.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I'm cramped.
I gotta say, you gotta be cramped, because I wouldn't say I'm cramped. Oh, shit.
So I'm doing 50 miles an hour.
I know, but like you're prepping up, like you're prepping the noise up, and I'm like, oh, shit's about to go down. I'm not cramped, but I will say, like, it being a sports car, I'm held in really well.
Yeah.
But it ain't that like luxury feel, like I got a lot of space, but I guess that's kind of the trade-off, right? You want to be tight, you want to not move around, because hypothetically you're going to buy this car and you're going to do aggressive things.
Yeah, you know, it's a sports car. You can do track days with it. I don't know if that's what this particular owner does.
Right.
If he did, it wouldn't surprise me given the modifications.
All the modifications for this car seem to be car guy modifications. Like, I want to take this to Caffeine and Octane and show the car off.
Yeah.
God dang you, Patty.
I'm doing this because I know you won't.
I will not. Oh, we can talk. Wait, you want to talk about modes?
I leave it in touring mode. It's not my car. I'm not trying to be too crazy with it. There is also a sport mode, a track/race mode, and then a snow and ice mode. Snow and ice mode, I'm assuming, cuts power back.
Bro, can you imagine snow and ice with this? No.
You would die. You'd just be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like...
Okay, what about screens for the driver?
So
screen,
it's,
the dash?
you know, we've got a set of analog dashes, tack on the left, speed on the right. We do have a bunch of like kind of digital, we've got a digital screen in the middle. We can customize with all sorts of, you know, look at different data. You can look at what song you're listening to.
I like the analog on a car like this.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. There's something about the needle moving. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking now.
Yeah, we're at my favorite part of the day today, probably Chase's lead.
Just in case we die. My wife, I love you, Heather. Oh my God.
Love you, Paige. Woo, she had a little bit of wheel spin. Are your pants still dry?
No. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I got so many chills right now.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. Just talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. Oh my God.
Anyway, so as Chase was saying, the analog gauges are really nice. I really like the digital gauge in the middle. I can see oil pressure, oil temperature, like alternator voltage, and then my fuel gauge, which is nice, really clear, easy to see. It's got like on the top of the screen, there's a little like compass deal, so it shows you which way you're pointed.
So when you yeet the car, you know the direction.
Yeah, I know the direction I'm going right up until it kicks sideways, and then all of a sudden it's going to change. But it does have a gear indicator, which is really nice. You know, even if for a guy like me who drives manual cars constantly, you know, if I don't, for some reason, remember what gear I'm in, it does tell me.
Speaking of that, it's manual.
It is a stick shift. It is a 6-speed. It's quite a lot of fun.
Are you super happy that this is our first car that you get to have a manual?
Yeah, yeah.
After our Subaru Outback Wilderness, my car review,
Yep.
and you made your comments on you wanting a manual, I had the vibe that you would prefer a manual car. I will
Always.
say certain cars I feel like work so much better manual. This car is like a perfect example of a car that should be a manual.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't feel like you're going to be able to appreciate a car like this if it wasn't manual. So
Yeah, and the SS1LE is not offered with an automatic transmission from what I can tell.
oh my God, that's amazing. So literally what I just said.
Yeah, it is manual only, as it should be. If you buy a sports car outside of a Porsche 911 or a GT4 with a PDK flappy paddle box in it, that's the only acceptable automatic transmission, in my opinion. Now, if you're buying a sports car and you're gonna drive it spiritedly or do track days, get it with a fun pedal, get a stick shift. We need to save the manuals. There's too many manufacturers going away from them, and it irks me.
We can talk about buttons because we haven't talked about the buttons. It turns out that's a topic of conversation for us a lot.
It is.
Physical buttons versus digital buttons. I do find it kind of weird that we have physical dials like we were talking about with the vents, and then we also have those controls right there on the screen, so a little bit of duplication.
Yeah, I'm okay with duplicate. I'd rather have duplicates than having majority digital. There are some things I'm fine with them being digital. There's some things that I would very much like to be physical buttons. Hold on.
I'm constantly holding on. I am so thankful for these seats. I am. if it wasn't for these seats, I would be crying. This
No, that's
entire
fair.
video.
Well, I was hold on more so for the noise.
Pause for noise.
Yeah, pause for noise. There's, in the world we live in with all these infotainment systems in cars, we're gonna have to find a middle ground somewhere. I prefer like heated seats and like climate controls to be physical.
All right, boys, that's the end of the fun driving of this car because now it's my turn, and I don't drive manuals, so this should be great.
Not often, at least. You know
right.
how. You know what you're doing.
I know. Super speedy speed. Oh my God! Say it.
Hold on. Let me do the parking brake. Move the seat.
Oh, okay.
Is the seat back?
The seat's gonna go back. This is time for the super speedy.
Super speedy seat swap.
Wait, no seatbelt?
You gonna give me the shit.
Dude, this one's gonna be so bad.
What you're gonna see is us crawling, because
All right.
getting in and out of this thing sucks. I'm not a really big fan.
Oh, we have to do a countdown. 3, 2, I'm so sorry. 1.
We both went wide. Oh God, the door. I need.
Dude,
I lost
slayed.
again.
Absolutely slayed. All right, boys. It's been great filming these videos with you guys.
It's been fun knowing you.
All right, we're in neutral.
He's gonna kill me. It's gonna be great.
So while I kill us, you can talk about all the things that this guy has done on this car. This whole video is just nothing but Chase being super freaking nervous.
It's great.
I'm not. This is terrible content.
I'm having a great time. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
I'm so
it's
used
got
to a motorcycle where I just like rev the shit out
Yeah,
of it.
no, don't do that.
Noted. Okay, you continue. I'm just gonna be here, enjoying the little bit of the 2 inches that I can see outside of the hood.
So the modifications on this particular 2019 Camaro, you're looking at a Dix Procharger, which is a style of supercharger. You're looking at Texas Speed forged internals on the engine. So it's a stage 2 build. It's been a total teardown of this guy's engine. He's replaced the cams in it. He's replaced pretty much everything under the sun.
That
to
sounds
make sure
expensive.
It is. It's not cheap. Texas Speed's a really good company. They make a great product, and these forged internals are nothing to play with. It does have a battle Aero rear wing, and it's considered not quite a chassis mount wing, but it's close enough. It does have a Streetfighter LA Widebody Kit, so these are the really wide fenders, front and rear, as well as the front and rear bumper replacements. And then again, those side skirts. The hexagonal wrap on the back is a Wicked Wraps wrap, same with the glitter that is everywhere else on the vehicle, offset by that big carbon fiber hood up front. Looks really cool. It's very flashy. It's very out there. It's maybe not something I would do.
Does it not fit the car though?
It fits the car. It fits the hilarity and ridiculousness of this car.
I think the car sounds and looks the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it looks how it sounds.
If a blind person was riding in this car and then for whatever reason Mr. Beast like fixed their vision and they could see again and they saw this car, they would be like,
no, that makes sense.
That tracks.
That
100%.
Yeah, it has a NoWeeds exhaust system. So this car, from the factory, the modes will change how the exhaust sounds.
Right.
That system is now gone.
To hell with that.
Yeah, it is full loud all the time. It does have the Hooks 2-inch long tube headers as well. For those who know about kind of V8 performance, a long tube header can make a really, really big difference to the performance of your vehicle and kind of where your power band is. Given this thing supercharger, we know where the power band is. It's anywhere over about 4,000 RPM, and she starts screaming. So it's got a Mighty Mouse Wild oil catch can, which is uses the PVC system in the engine bay, and that system just prevents overpressurization of the oiling system in the engine, just to prevent anything crazy from happening. You're not going to get any blow by or anything like that for our performance guys out there. Now this clutch is very on and off, but it definitely handles that 741 horsepower really, really well.
I was gonna say, I was like, I was a little nervous to drive this car because the only real manual I've driven on my motorcycle channel is the Slingshot, and that thing is so light that if you mess up, it's not happy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a really big problem with this at all.
No, this is a monster clutch triple disc clutch, so that's where a lot of that smoothness comes in.
Gotcha.
It's built for high horsepower. It's built to be smooth as well.
Gotcha.
So it feels like a standard streetable clutch, if you will, whereas there's a lot of clutches out there on the market, like an unsprung clutch or a single or a twin disc clutch, that are going to be chattery and they're going to make a lot of noise and kind of buck around.
So this is something to appreciate then.
Correct. Yeah,
Gotcha.
This clutch is quite nice. It's well set up for this car. And then again, we'll talk about this gigantic carbon hood. It is an Anderson Composites.
Where is it? I
can't see it over itself.
Right.
But it is an Anderson Composites carbon fiber Copo hood.
Okay.
So it's designed based on a Copo Camaro concept. It's very pretty from the outside. When you're driving it, you can't see diddly squat.
I will say that yes, I agree. On the outside, it looks fine. On the inside, it blocks so much of my vision. There's no shot I would have that if I owned this car.
I wouldn't personally. I like the look from the outside. If it was half as tall,
yes,
I think it would be perfect.
Well, so like the part of the issue that I have with this car is like I can't see a lot. And when you put a big hood like that on, I can see even less.
Yeah.
So it just like it takes out some of the small amount of vision that I have. So I wouldn't have gone that route, but I do like the way it looks on the outside. So as somebody that doesn't own this car, I'm like, hell yeah. But
it's cool. And then the last final thing is the custom wheels. So the guy had these wheels like one-off custom made for him, rebarreled. They are super wide, super big, and he likes them that way. And you know, you'll see in the really pretty rolling shot, like on the highway. I mean, they look really good.
Yeah, it's a good look.
They look really. Again, not for me. I'm a big meaty tire kind of guy, so I'll go with a smaller wheel to have more sidewall on my tire. But for what he's going for, it's a good look.
I'm honestly surprised at the feel of this car. Like, I expected to have a much harder time. So props to Chevy making a decent Camaro.
All right, go for it. There you go. You got it.
How do you not drive this like an asshole, though?
I mean, I don't know how. Like, what this is a 43 plus $1,000 giggle machine.
Yeah, and
it's a giggle machine, and I'm about it. I'm here for it.
It feels like it was entirely built and made to be like, I want to drive this car down the road, and I want people to look and be like, what is that noise? And then they see it, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hilarious. And it has to be a fucking hoot to drive.
I mean, we've driven it a couple times now, you know, cruising around, really getting to know the car. And it's a riot. I have a great time driving it.
Oh, really? You have a great time driving it? Cuts to 5 minutes ago when I'm shitting my pants in the side. Ah! No! Mom!
The seat's kind of wet. You didn't tinkle that bad. If it starts feeling like the back end is getting crazy, don't just shut the throttle. Just ease off.
Okay.
And don't dab the brake. Because that's how to have a bad time. Like,
You just
dead serious.
Dead
if the back end lights up and you tap the brakes, it does this.
Okay.
And then we die in the woods.
I don't want any of that to happen.
Neither do I. So again, if it gets a little rowdy,
Patty just straight up was like, "Hey, cameras aside.
Cameras aside.
Like, let's be effing for real."
It's about to get a little lit around here. Oh, hold on. You bonked traction control off.
Oh no! It almost killed us. Oh no! Oh goodness!
This Camaro makes so much power, it lights up the rears with traction control turned on.
Ooh. Oh my goodness gracious, that's hilarious.
We're high enough in the power band now. So yeah, get in front of this truck. And when it gets straight,
just go.
Just stand on it. Hit it. Shift.
Okay, no, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm fine. Thanks. It's been cool. I'm done. That's that. I don't. Okay. You can just say more about things of the car. Oh, shit. Can I say something about the driver experience? My arm wants to go in this crevice.
Yeah,
and it can't. So I don't love that, but I will say that the little rail here is kind of high. So like this is kind of comfortable. I'm chilling in 5th gear. 6 sounds terrible, and now I'm good. What kind of rider or driver aids do we have? Cruise control?
We got cruise control. We've got traction control. Obviously, we're real thankful for traction control today.
If you don't turn your traction control off, you have it.
You bonked it, and that came up. And I was like, no.
Patrick saw his light flash before his eyes. He was like, no, I am not dying in this car today.
No.
What about the agility of it? Yeah, like going back and forth in the car. What do you...
I mean, that's more compared to like the suspension and stuff.
Oh my God.
When it's not doing... Oh, that one was okay.
I was actually shocked it didn't make a noise.
Same. When it's not scrubbing, it does a good job. It's planted. You saw us weaving a little bit earlier.
I don't have a good reference of like a fast, agile car to really judge. So like, I know it's probably going to seem like everybody watching this video is going to be like, wow, Chase doesn't have a lot to say. And it's not a car thing. It's just to really talk about a vehicle, you need to have like a base of knowledge. So I am currently in a stage where I'm building my base of knowledge for like a fast car or an agile car or something like that.
You've got the knowledge on bikes. Like,
yeah,
hands down.
Yeah. So, fun fact, a little behind the scenes action. When we went to do the camera car run for this car, we're in my Subaru and we've got a giant camera hanging off the back of it, of that car. That's the camera car that we use for these videos that show shots like this. But normally we get a lot of looks in that car. I have never felt more invisible while driving the camera car than I did while following this thing.
Yeah.
Between the glitter in the front and the sound, nobody, I don't even think, knew a camera car was around.
No.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, this thing is bananas.
Do you think this is his daily driver, or do you think this is his like fun weekend thing?
I would hope it's his fun weekend thing. I don't know if I could daily it personally. Just because it is so loud and obnoxious, like I get a headache driving it.
My camera died. That's fine.
Bye, GoPro. See you, buddy.
This is one of those situations where I feel like on the weekends is what this thing was built for. Like I was saying earlier, you know, like go to Caffeine and Octane, go do something fun on the weekends, go to a car show or something.
Yeah, but also
this would be hilarious to have.
But I think what I like about this car, dude in an M3 giving us thumbs up.
You get so many looks in this car, which the cool thing is the sound makes people look at you, and then they see the wrap. I think it's so like wrapping a car is such a cool thing to do. Because it doesn't cost that much relatively, and you can get such a unique vibe. It's about
the same as like a paint job, but you can take it off when you get bored of it.
The biggest takeaway I'm taking from this car is that for a car that's modified 700 something horsepower, I'm shocked at how well, and it's a manual, and I'm not used to that. I'm shocked at how like decent the drive is, because I would think a car customized this much, you start sacrificing things and it probably wouldn't drive as well, but I think this thing is phenomenal.
Yeah, it drives really nicely.
It makes me really curious actually to drive a stock Camaro.
Yeah.
Like I'm now even more interested in that.
To drive something with almost 300 less horsepower.
Yeah, because if this thing is drivable, then and comfortable, I feel like a Camaro would be awesome.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get that opportunity in the future.
Yeah, that would be great.
I got to get out of this thing before I do more dumb things. So let's get out. Let's talk about the outside of the car, and let's wrap this video up because it's wrapped. That was awesome. I nailed that. That race was terrible. Oh my goodness. All right. Hey Patrick, this is the front of a car. What about it?
So on this particular Camaro, we've got a lot of things going on in the front. Lower lip kit, we got a different front bumper, we've got a wide body kit, we've got this massive Anderson Composites carbon fiber Copo Camaro hood.
Huge.
We've got a tow hook thing for a street car. It's fine.
So the tow hook is totally pointless, right?
Yeah.
I love the look though. I'm sorry. I love having a tow hook out. It's awesome to me.
It's one of those things that like it has a function, technically.
Yep.
But like why you would leave it out, I don't know. I guess some people like the look. That makes sense.
What are your thoughts on the purple little strip at the bottom?
The purple accents, I like it. I think it's just a little offset of color on something that is pretty much black and white. I think it pops, it looks good.
The purple's like the only color on the car, and I love the fact that there's this small little subtle color.
Yeah.
I dig the hell out of that. What else on the front? I like the lights. The lights are really cool. I was looking at them in the camera car footage we were getting. They look sick.
They look crazy, yeah. This new gen Camaro with kind of the LED accents you're gonna find in those headlights are really nice. The little tiny turn signals down here, they're really, really small, but once they light up, you can really see them, as you'll see, you saw in our camera car footage. They're really, really pretty. This hood is crazy.
The hood's crazy, and I like it from the outside. From the inside, it's so bad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
the hood from the outside looks incredible. The hood from the inside, you can't look out of it. So
right. I do want to point out, I appreciate the attention to detail that we have the rear. You guys from the side have seen this car. He's got the wrap from the back in these little subtle places up front.
Yep.
I feel like it really gives the car
Kinda
some
ties
cohesion.
it in.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Gives it a very finished kind of look.
Yeah, I like the mean look up front. Anything else from the front?
Between the hood and the windshield banner, you just can't see anything.
Also, we should shout out RIP Ken Block.
Rip the fucking man.
Yeah, the absolute man. Okay, to the side.
To the side. What? I don't understand why we did that.
This is the angle of this car that I love. Two tones get me for some reason. The fact that this car could be driving at you and you're like, that car's glitter. And then they pass you, you look in your rear view and I'm like, wait, what? Now it's blacked out? Bro, I'm here for it.
It's
I
cool.
love it.
It's really rad. I think my biggest thing about the side is this wide body kit. The owner did install it himself, so he did a pretty cool job of doing that.
Right.
Didn't have like any professional body workshop or anything like that.
That seems to be like a super hard job to do. So
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'm not brave enough.
I gotta tell you, driving on the way here, watching the car from the back, bro, it's a vibe. I like it a lot.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a very cool car. But kind of talking about, we're gonna go front to back here. Talk about the wheels. These are 100% custom wheels the owner had made for this car for this purpose. I'm not really sure what brand they are. They are custom. They are a 3-piece wheel, which is super cool. And then he's got some real meaty Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's on here.
It's a good look.
And then he's got the Continentals in the rear. A little bit less expensive than the Michelins, because
I would imagine you go through a couple sets.
You're gonna go
of
through a
these.
couple of those driving around every year. Yeah, I would imagine so.
From the front, if we're going from the front to the back, what do you feel about these little angular boys right here? I guess that's part of the wide body kit?
Yeah, exactly. So that's part of the wide body kit, just part of the geometry that they've built into that. You'll see it on like GT style race cars. You'll see it on new Formula Drift cars.
Gotcha.
All this is like Aero. It's designed that way for a specific reason. It funnels the air a certain way.
Right.
Super, super cool. Now this is a street oriented kit. It's got the look of that. There is some function, obviously, with that, but it's not like this guy is out tracking this car.
Right.
That's not what it's necessarily meant for.
I think it adds, like, just the different pieces of geometry, like, really makes pieces of the car pop.
Yeah.
Not so much in the back because it's all blacked out, but the, what do we call the front color? Sparkle?
Glitter.
Glitter. All right. With the glitter in the front, you can really, it like accentuates the little angles of the wide body kit. I think if you got the wide body kit and everything was blacked out, you wouldn't be able to appreciate all the cool little angles. So
yeah.
I like the combo there.
Yeah. The two-tone is, again, just super cool. And I love the carbon hood as well, which is also, it's a gloss carbon, so it is very, very shiny. So it kind of works with the whole shiny, glittery craziness going on in the front 2/3 of this thing.
Hey, Pat, you wanna get in the car?
No.
You're our big guy that
I'm
reviews this.
Big guy in a tiny car.
That was great. I'm so sorry.
All right. So,
good God, at the door size. I've never.
They're huge.
That is massive.
Welcome to Kooks, baby. Big doors.
All right.
6'2", 320, 325 pounds. Legs torso proportionate.
You're like, damn it.
I'm not getting in this back seat. That back seat is there for insurance purposes exclusively. Okay. I get in the back seat.
We'll make a rule on Koops, you don't have to get in the back seat.
It ain't that I have to, I ain't doing it. Okay. I'm in.
How's the positioning there?
My head's touching the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I love the seats. The bolstering on these seats is really, really nice. The Alcantara that's run through the suede that's in the middle segment of the seat is, quite comfortable. It does well of dissipating heat.
I love
it
how
holds
much, bro. That is my favorite part of the inside, other than the clutch. Those seats, you do not move.
The passenger seat, I mean, it's got some adjustability.
I love how you're basically in the back seat with the way you have it angled.
It's tight.
Okay, you can get out now.
I'll try.
This is one of the things you have to sacrifice to have a sports car. You have to get in and out terribly. All right, moving to the back.
Moving to the lower part of the side is these side skirts that also have. The side skirts on this car are super cool. They got that same pop of purple that we have on the front and on the back. They're really, really pretty. They're quite nice. They are included in this wide body kit. You do have to be careful when getting in and out of the car. My natural inclination is to step where they are.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm being very mindful of stepping further out from the car so I can get all the way out for all my Michael Jackson fans out there. Moving to the back of this rear quarter panel is super, super cool. Again, those really big wheels that, a different offset and a different width in the front. It's a staggered setup. And then, like you were talking about how cool this black wrap is, it's actually that crazy hexagon shape you were talking about.
We're going to be showing you guys tight stuff because you have to get up close to this, because one thing we realized, if you look at the back, at the black from far away, you don't appreciate what that is. You got to get up on it.
It just looks black, but it's got slightly different colors of gray and darker black and this little hexagon pattern. It's super, super cool.
Yeah, love that. All right, cool. Let's go to the back.
All right.
Now, we had just talked about that. Can't believe you left me hanging like that. Oh, excuse me. I will say, I know we're at the back, but when we were on the side is when you could get a good shot of this spoiler. If you showed me this spoiler online, I would have told you it would look like crap on this car. But without this spoiler, I don't think this car would look so much like a car I would have gotten out of Need for Speed. So I love the spoiler, and it's still glittery.
Yeah, you got glittery, you've got the just solid black, piano black end plates, which are really nice. Kind of keeps it a little more subtle from the sides.
A little more subtle on this car. I love that you're saying that.
A little more subtle given the chassis mount that we have set up here. And for those who don't know, this is a chassis mount wing is actually bolted to the frame of the car.
Right.
And like on a GT style race car, like the air that comes over this wing or under it really, that's pushing it down.
Right.
It's going to push the chassis down. If it's mounted to the trunk, it's just pushed on the trunk, and trunks are flexible.
Ah, so to get the actual performance out of this, you need it to the chassis.
You don't need it, but it is helpful.
Gotcha. Cool. Other than this, as you guys can see, we are now fully blacked out with the black wrap that it has.
Yeah, we've got the smoke tail lights, the black lip spoiler, obviously the black, everything we have going down here.
If you guys are
the message,
if you guys are following us on TikTok, we may or may not have had a video blow up because of this right here. So we appreciate that. What do you think about the double spoiler situation?
The fact that
this is stock, right?
Yeah, that is very, very, well, I mean, I don't know for sure that this is stock, but there are stock options that look a lot like that.
Right.
I like the lip, you know, I think they're cool. I don't know how I feel about it with the big spoiler. From a function standpoint, it doesn't.
I think of it like mommy spoiler, baby spoiler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm loving that.
Cool, okay.
Rear lights, I like them.
I really like the lights. Again, the LED lighting on this vehicle is really, really nice. The smoked housings are really pretty.
Actually, all the lighting in the entire car, like all the
lighting everywhere.
Exterior lighting is solid.
Yeah,
like
it's on point. Chevy did a really good job with this car, even bone stock.
So exhaust, this car is so loud.
Yeah, this car is obscenely loud. You heard us go over the modification list earlier, but it's a titanium exhaust. Like, it screams.
Yeah. It looks good though.
Yeah,
like I would have thought the exhaust would be way more.
Yeah, the 4-port exhaust,
extra.
It's not crazy big or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's big in sound, not in looks, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it's a giggle machine. I don't know what else to really say about it. That exhaust is...
RIP the use of the trunk. I would imagine he cannot get into the trunk.
Dude,
right?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So, like, that's a sacrifice. He was like, I want this wing so bad, F the trunk space. Which, to be fair, there's probably not a ton of trunk space anyway.
Yeah, it's a Camaro. You don't buy a Camaro to put your golf clubs in the back.
There may be somebody, but most people probably don't. You know there's a guy.
There's somebody somewhere. I bought a Camaro exclusively to put my golf clubs in the back.
Please, if you do, comment in the description.
Make me look like an idiot. I'm happy with that.
Comment down below if you have a Camaro and you're a huge golfer and you take it to play golf. The back is a good spot. They can see the wide body kit.
Yeah, you can really see. You can see the tires sticking out. You can see that angle of this piece. The lower pieces here that match the front lip as well as the side skirts, which is quite nice.
There is not a lot of extra space between this kit and these wheels.
It scrubs. It scrubs, as you heard in the video a couple of times.
A couple of times there's a little bit of noise on the scrubbage.
You hit a bump and it little bit of tire squeal.
Right. Okay. Anything else from the rear?
Normally we would talk about trunk space, but I hadn't realized that we can't use the trunk.
That's okay. It's a fan car. In that case, I think we're on to final thoughts.
Believe so.
I'm going to the front myself.
How did you, mother?
Sorry, we can't do that. So we're just gonna walk to the front. Sadly, now.
Oh,
Let's
no,
sadly go to the.
But I wanted to do the disappear.
You wanted to what?
Dad.
Get yours.
It's just a giggle machine. That's what it is.
100%. Okay, what is your favorite and least favorite thing of the Camaro?
Ooh, on the Camaro, my favorite thing's gotta be the boost, man. That supercharger, that 741 horsepower, is just something that feels nice. I like it.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
Least favorite?
Ooh, least favorite thing. Least favorite thing for me is probably the looks, you know?
It's like the glamour of this car?
It's cool, make no mistake, it's very cool. It's very loud, it's very bright, it's just not my style.
Okay, that's fair. My favorite thing, honestly, is the clutch and the shifting.
Honest, dude.
Because I told you, we made the TikTok, I was worried coming into this because I'm not good at that. But whatever's in here helped me out. As ridiculous as this car is, I know it's kind of crazy that I'm like, the clutch, with all of this. My least favorite thing, honestly, I can't see nothing. I literally can't see anything on the inside.
I can't. Your field of view is this big.
Like from out here, I love the scoop, but on the inside, I'm like, bro, I've only got like 2 inches of clearance. I can't see much.
Can't see a damn thing.
It is what it is. So guys, that's gonna be it for the Camaro review. What a fun time.
First fan car.
First fan car.
Hopefully not the last. We'll see.
Hopefully not the last. Thank you so much to the owner for letting us borrow your car for a little while to do the review. If you guys want to see more of reviews, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video so this car can be shared out. If you got to the end of the video, that means you're in the outro crew. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Patty, what are we asking the outro crew?
So outro crew, down in the comment section below, start your comment with OC. And what we're going to ask you today is, are you more of a fan of the looks of this thing? Or are you more of a function freak like me, where I'm all about the performance? The looks I could give or take, but the performance is what matters to me. What matters to you?
I'm a looks guy, dude.
It looks crazy.
I can't even fake the looks. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys watching the video, and we'll see you on the next review. Hopefully it's this ridiculous.
Yeah.
The wind.
And of course it's windy. It's an on 4 wheels review. It's super windy. Bye, friends.